Let's move on quickly. Like her or lose her, the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy-Ohanenye, is striving to improve the lot of women in an unconventional way. Disruption of events she deemed not beneficial for empowerment of women. For the 18th time, the minister disrupted another event in Abuja because she said it amounted to wasting resources. Let's share that moment with you.
For this women affairs to organize anything that I'm not aware of. You try it next time, I will come here and I get you people disgraced. Sorry about this, sirs, ma'ams, forgive me. I know what I am going through in this country. For a while, this is all we keep on organizing. And a few weeks ago, there was hunger protest. And they talk about peace and security. Women are not empowered. Children are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. But we waste money all the time in frivolous things that don't make sense. I am sorry. Many people may misunderstand me, but I am ready to be misunderstood. I am ready to be tortured. I am ready. I don't want to break down here. This is it. I have changed the narratives. I said, no program without empowerment. The women, you're talking about peace and security. With poverty, how can you solve it? You keep talking, you're doing workshop, you're doing this, you're doing that. With poverty, where are we heading to? And how do we solve that poverty? By directing money to the wrong channels and don't make any impact on the humans. On those people you want them to change and give you peace. And I've changed narratives. I said that don't do any program without empowerment. I was meant, UNICEF has come to me, we've changed the work plan, we've made it to favor the children that they will benefit. This my woman, Mrs. Eunice, Beatrice, would have done the same, but she was sick. She was not feeling well. Then, why do something? At least if they had come to me, I would have told them how to get these things. Okay, I know. How to get it organized so that it will favor our people. They give money in the ministries. It is used for travels, programs, nothing that will impact the nation. But if you hear the amount of money government gives out to ministries, you will be shocked. Why should it continue like that? Why should we fold our hands and these things will continue? Who do you think will save you? It's you that will save yourself. Let them call me names. Troublemaker, madwoman. I'm ready to take it. But you see that brick wall, I'm going to break it. Even if it takes me using my head to break it, I'll break it. That is one thing I'm assuring you people. Because this is what Mr. President wants. He wants to move the nation forward. That is why he went through all the risks to come up there. Let it not happen again. And you, come. Look at her. Mrs. Beatrice, you see this lady, you have to look into her matter. I'm going to tell my ministry to look into her matter. Listen, she's an Igbo woman. Don't think I'm maltreating anybody. I know the facts I am making. Because it's not today I told them, you can't bring 100 and something million. You use it and do program. My people, that is the fact. I am not lying. 100 and something million is used for programs. And I said, always cut it into two. Use half and empower the women. Then use half and do whatever program you want to do. Let it not be that I'm coming here to block everybody. This one, Jagara come out. You and women will be angry with you. You don't have right to tell them to divert money. That is why I'm...
Over 100 million naira to organize an event. BQ, this is the second time this has happened.
You know, on August 8th, she was very angry because there was one event, they call it Unveiling the Power of Women and Food Security. You know, it was held without approval, our ministry's approval. Then Mr. President gave approval that it should be cancelled until further notice. This time, she said this seminar was organized without empowerment and described it as a waste of money. You see, one of the good qualities of a good leader is empathy. Whether we like it or not, Nigerians are going through a lot at this time. Nigerians are hungry. All of the people saying, look, you cannot revamp an economy with palliatives. Nobody ever told you that they were going to revamp economy with palliatives. What is being done is that people are jumping in and trying to help ease the pain on our people. That is what is going on. You see Dangote, you see different people, they created foundations through which they can move food packs, move palliatives to people, through which they can assist people to make their lives better, because these are difficult times. I may not always agree with this woman. You understand? I frankly do not like her style. But I cannot deny.
She have done things.
No, because I'm talking generally, because this is not the first time I'm encountering her, you know. And she's someone, even before the election, she used to call me. We used to talk before even the primaries of the party, you know. So I'm saying that I may not generally approve her methods and all that, but on this one, if you're saying that you are going to organize an event that will cost about 100 million, and that you should not organize the event without empowerment scheme, I think she's right. Because at the end of the day, it is the number of people that you are able to ease their pains that people will talk about. They will remember all of those seminars that they do. They move money out at the end of the day, because some of these events, they don't have halls of their own. They will go and rent hall. They will bring people, they will accommodate people. Abuja hotels are very expensive. Before you know it, 100 million is gone, or even more. All of those institutes, before Justice Eric came to NJI, they were spending a lot of money training judges, training judicial officers. And the man came and said, no, let's build places where those judges can stay. Let's build refectories so that we don't need to do training for people in one highbrow hotel in Abuja, and you pay for feeding, you pay. He did all that. He built lecture theaters. Today, they are able to save money. You know? No, when they are writing the history of NJI, they must mention Justice Umaru Eri, former Chief Judge of Kogi, for the great things that he did. And even the body of benchers, they had to beg him to come and help them complete their own project that had been abandoned. A man of tremendous integrity, you know? And Nigerians don't like such people. Absolutely. Because you stop the opportunity to make money. So now this woman, no matter what I had had in the past that I didn't particularly like about her, this one, the point that she made that, look, we are wasting so much money on all these seminars and all that. Some people, that is where they are making their money. They will organize those things, bring out money. But she's saying, no, I'm not stopping you from organizing these things. Set aside some money for empowerment, so that as you are doing this side by side, you also empower people. Let our people benefit. That's the point. I can't quarrel with a person who has feelings for the poor, the downtrodden. I can never quarrel with such a person. Even the World Bank tells us that from time to time, the poorest of the poor, we should do conditional cash transfer to them, because it's a globally acknowledged thing that we can't all be rich. Some will be poor in our midst, but we have an obligation to help the poor. That is where I agree with her. Maybe tomorrow I'll quarrel with her, but on this one, I agree.
Adeoye, what do you think is happening within that ministry? I mean, this is the second time she's sending strong warnings to whoever is in charge of organizing events without her approval.
No, she said something. First of all, if you look at the crowd in that hall, you could see that they were wearing long faces. They were not happy.
Very happy.
I suspect that because she was saying the truth.
To burst their bubble.
They didn't like it.
That's a frown.
That's a big deal.
See, they're not happy.
They didn't find it funny
This
at all.
woman wants to spoil our business. So, she said something that, they call out sort of names, madman, a mad woman, this, that. If you are driving in Lagos and maybe it's in the night and the traffic shows green and there are few, they will tell you are a madman for obeying the law.
Yes.
Because they think, this time of day. So I think she's doing the right thing. She appears to me to be someone who is a dove in the midst of vultures. What she's doing is strange to them. I think they've been used to a minister coming to just approve everything without question or ask for percentage. So for me, I see her as a woman with passion. It strikes me as a woman with integrity and in fact with a lot of courage. I'm really impressed by what she's doing. And I think without any fear of contradiction, I believe what is happening here is not just in our ministry.
Yeah.
But other ministers probably have decided to keep quiet or to just allow things to go because they don't want trouble. So I think she's speaking for millions of Nigerians, not just for our ministry, that we should speak out, no matter the position that you are, no matter what what status that you find yourself. Speak out against injustice. Speak out against corruption. Speak out against fraud. That is the only way we can move Nigeria forward. No matter what the level of fraud, if you even know that this thing is going to, risk, endanger your life, have the courage to speak out. I'm telling you, this is not the first time.
How many Nigerians are ready to put their lives?
She's inspiring us. I believe there are a lot of people in that ministry that they decide to keep quiet because if I talk. But if the number one figure is now speaking like this, find out. You see that a lot of people will be compelled to be very cautious when they want to approve funds. That woman, I don't want her trouble. So I think she's setting a good precedent for us. The change that we are talking about, we have to start with some people. It's not everyone that will just start. And I pray that she's retained in that office because she's fighting against principalities, wicked principalities and powers, devilish people. This country, corruption is more entrenched in government. Go all these BBBT you are talking about, most of them are owned by civil servants.
Yes.
You can't trade the source of the estates. Go
level
to
9
office,
officers.
see the level of cars. They start the car, jeep, we are going to civil servants.
Yes. So
unless we deal with that institution, Nigeria cannot move on. So I'm really impressed by what you remember she said something that struck me some few months ago. That World Bank loans, 40% go to people who call themselves consultants. World Bank loans in Nigeria. And that they wanted her to approve some money because 500 million or so. So what is happening? So I think she's a star in this government. In fact, she has given more hope.
Misunderstood.
I'm telling you, misunderstood consistently. So I just pray for her that may God be with her. And I think she disturbed the support of the public.
But we're in Nigeria. Do you think it pays to be misunderstood, especially as a government official? And do you also think this approach is working? If this is the second time she's addressing this issue, is this approach really working?
I believe she may have written a lot of memo. She must have taken a lot of steps internally. Those things are not working. And that's probably why she was frustrated. And that message, I think she has even sent a message to other ministers and to other people, even to civil society organizations. They are not doing their work. Many of them are not doing their work. If they are doing their work, it's not the minister that's supposed to be exposing what is going on in that ministry. There are journalists who cover that bit, who will not even report what is going on.
They won't complain.
They will not even complain. So for me, if you wait left and right, what she has done is a very good thing for Nigeria.
She said, why should we fold our hands and allow this to continue? Yeah. When this woman got up and said hotels should no longer allow underage guests into their premises, I felt that, look, this was a very good decision, and she must be supported. Because you see girls below the age of 16 being moved into hotels 12, by 13, adults. 14. Yes. You see, it takes courage to talk about some of these things. We see them happening. But a lot of us are tongue-tied. We don't want to complain. We don't want to talk. for her to come out to say, look, the kind of money that government releases, we must get our priorities right. People are starving, yet the system is so porous that some people are able to move a lot of money that can change the lives of our people into their pockets. And these civil servants, what they do, if we are to do a program to simply talk about, because they are even the ones who teach politicians how to steal. Because they will teach you procedures, they will teach you the way to do it in a manner that nobody will be able to trace anything to you. They are the ones who teach politicians. They know where how you can access government funds without anyone raising an alarm. And if you are the sort of person like this woman who comes into government and believes that a lot of things are wrong, look, there are people within the government of President Tinubu who themselves do not like what is going on in government. But not all of them want to come out. When you come out and you talk, they will hate you. Our society does not like the truth. Some of us in this, some of the people in the civil service and people on the streets, they are worse than the people in government that they criticize. Some of the civil servants are the noisiest at criticizing government programs. Yet they are among the greediest that God created. So we need to, things like this, I believe that the woman deserves support. You know, she may be misunderstood, but I can see her message, I can feel her message. And I believe that we need to focus more on our people. Government must do something about the wastes in the system. What you don't need desperately, why should you get it? Why should you get it? We need to reduce the cost of governance. That is also partly a message that came from her. We need to reduce it's angering many Nigerians. It's making Nigerians mad that we are being told to sacrifice, yet they see people with long convoys and all that. There's a minister.
Directors, permanent secretaries.
There's a minister who goes around with extremely long convoy. And we are going to discuss his matter. Because he's one of the ministers that we respect. But he thinks that he has to go with we are going to discuss his matter unless he stops. If he doesn't stop, we will not leave him alone. We'll keep talking about him here until he sits up and stops the nonsense, carrying extremely long convoy all over the place. We need to change our country.
I'm sure he would stop.
That change must happen. That change must happen.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Let's go on.